Welcome to Let's Play Link, The Faces of Evil. A long overdue Let's Play, this was actually a stretch goal for my coming out GoFundMe, but in all that time I wasn't able to get my hands on the original game or to get an emulated version working, so we're actually playing Dopply's remaster, which makes the game playable, so I apologize if this isn't what people wanted, but I actually had fun playing this.
No!
Did like that Philips CD-i boot up. It's like being in an IMAX theater, but it's like the audience is now terrified.
I guess the audience is now terrible.
I dislike you.
Gee, it sure is boring around here.
The remaster also includes subtitles.
Oh.
Okay, cool.
I just wonder what Ganon's up to.
Wait, is this really how the game starts?
Yep,
Yep.
Your Majesty,
Wow.
Ganon and his minions have
those
seized
famous
the
scenes
island
that
of
you
Hyrule.
know about. Everyone here knows about this.
It
That's
was
the
written,
beginning of the game.
only Link can defeat
I did
Ganon.
not think it started frame one with G. It sure is
Yep.
boring around. I thought this was like a mid-cutscene or
How about a
something.
kiss for luck?
You've got to be kidding.
Squadala, we are off.
Ah, the official canon
Well,
spelling of
those
Squadala.
These are the faces of evil. You must conquer.
Each frame is like a
I
painting.
guess I'd better get going. Here is the map. Where do you wish
When
to
you say
go?
painting,
Ooh. Oh, that dirt spots looks good.
so here we are. We are in the game. There are several locations for us to go to, but only a few of them are unlocked right at the beginning, and they don't tell you where they are. You have to go searching around for it. So we've got a snow region, Nortinka.
Huh.
We've got a volcano, Crater Cove. But where we want to start is Goronu. That little house is where the merchant is, so we need to stock up. So this is the gameplay of the two main Zelda CD-i games. It's based more on Zelda 2 Adventure of Link. So they're side-scrollers. They're a little clunky.
How clunky are they?
Oh boy, if it weren't for me playing the remaster, I don't know if I could have finished it.
No, I can already see the improvements. For example, you're going about twice as fast as the original game.
A very important thing to remember, Link doesn't use his shield if you're moving.
Shown here.
The original game had limited continues, the remaster has infinite continues, so it's actually kind of a speedrun strat to let yourself die sometimes.
Huh,
Right.
Interesting. At least now in the original, can you keep your rupees after death, or?
I have no idea.
I think so.
But right now I'm just farming for rupees because I want to stock up on items.
Another major difference I can already see in this remake. In the original games, walking over rupees did jack diddly. You had to swing your sword at the rupee in order to pick things up.
That is true.
Here's a very famous man.
It's our boy, Morshi.
Lamp oil, rope, bombs? You want it? It's yours, my friend, as long as you have enough rubies.
What a nice guy.
This dude became a big meme after all the 60 billion other memes that this game has
You're right.
spawned. Like years after the fact.
He's a transgalactic meme. After the sun implodes on itself, nothing will exist but him making the bombs face.
You do want to spend a good while stocking up on rubies and going to buy a bunch of bombs. You want a good handful of lamp oil and rope, but we're going to be using a lot of bombs. In fact, you use one of them right over here. This is the first face of evil. And there's a crack in its teeth that's blocked by a rock.
One bomb?
Yep.
Huh.
Oh, it's dark in here and we don't have a lantern. We have to come back here later.
The original, you took 10 bombs.
Oh, some of them do take 10 bombs.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's just this one is only a one bomber. Okay.
Yep. In Wand of Gamelon, all of the rocks require 10 bombs. In this one, only a few of them do.
Okay. That's what I'm thinking. All right, got it.
Well, I mean, I never saw that old man ghost sprite before, so that a lot of this is just new to me. Even when you solve puzzles, to me, it's like, wow, this is like a new discovery.
Yeah, this game, it's more known for the cutscenes than like the actual content of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the company was called Animation Magic. I think it said at the beginning. Is that right?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
Right. Now, they are probably most well known for this game, but apparently they did also do work on a canceled point-and-click adventure Warcraft game, and the animation looks significantly better in that.
That is true.
Yeah, I'm wondering if, like, they were almost definitely crunched and worked to death to make this shit.
I imagine there's an entire story. The guy who... Dale DeSharon, he was director and one of the game designers. Before he passed, he did an interview talking about all the crap that went on behind the scenes, and yeah, it was just a bunch of shit.
Oh, you need to link that to me. I want to watch that.
Yeah, I would love to watch that. The level of history and like trash that this came with, that's so up my alley. Trash shown here.
It's a Goma. You're pretty good. Here.
Wow, you're smart. Have a sword.
Right? Tell me what this is. It's a crab. Here's a weapon.
I'll let you kill me now.
And that allows us to shoot
Keep going,
beams at
boy.
full health.
You're doing real well. Once you get rid of Ganon, we can get back to fishing.
Do you mean with me?
Oh, that wacky Ganon. Another day at the office.
Yeah, despite Ganon's, like, impending disaster, everybody in this game and in Zelda 1 of Gamelon just pretty chipper. Well, I guess that's actually pretty on point for Zelda. Weirdly enough, like in Breath of the Wild, despite everything, everyone's in a pretty decent mood.
It's worth pointing out, aside from the cutscenes being very funky, both visually and in terms of audio, everything else in the game, aside from some of the sprites, like the music and the backgrounds, are shockingly good.
Yeah, this game's got some bangers, actually.
I believe all the backgrounds were actually painted. But the issue with that is, it means that geometry is more like a suggestion than a guarantee. You don't necessarily know where the platforms are.
Jesus.
But this is kind of what I like about Faces of Evil. It's very abstract, the progression, but things do make sense. Like, you hit a wall, you realize, okay, I need to go somewhere else. In that cavern was a bunch of Dairas. That's what those monsters are. They're like, I guess they're like the Dinolphos of this. But they're invincible. I need to go to Nortinka, the snow region, and pick up some snowballs. Because they're weak to cold.
Oh.
You want to fill up your inventory with snowballs. Do not question me, do it.
Good thing they won't melt in the lava land.
Do it right now, listeners.
Pick up the game and get to this.
I live in Florida. Oh.
Well, too bad, baby. You fucking figure it out.
Too bad, baby. Okay, I actually have a few more questions regarding the differences between the original and this game. In the original game, you do not have any iframes. Do you have iframes in this?
Nope.
Cool.
I'm stuck.
Yeah, she's dead.
The subtitle of Skin Freezing and Cracking got me.
Yeah, the subtitles were added for the remaster, and they make sure to be as accurate as possible to the point of, like, some dry comedy.
Yeah, I saw, like, I'm sure this is just the tip of the iceberg, no pun intended, but when Morshu was talking, they put bombs in all caps.
Yep.
Didn't need to do that.
I believe it was Danny Lee Pierce who did the subtitles, and if you're involved in YouTube Poops, you might know that name.
Oh, of course. Well, I don't know the name, but of course the person behind this has worked on YouTube Poops.
Yep, Dopply. Danny Lee Pierce, Gabuchan does some sprite work. They're all known YouTube poopers.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome, actually. Like the super friends of the YouTube poop scene was like, we have to team up one last time, gang.
In fact, Dopply went on and just recently released a CDI fan game sort of thing called RZ.
Squadala. Oh, it's the same people who did this?
Yep, it was Dopply.
Holy shit. Being so dedicated to the CDI.
This unironically is their favorite fucking game.
I love that, actually. Baboons.
Yep, and now we've hit another wall. They're invincible, so I need to go get some fire. So it's all the way back to the volcano to kill the Dairas, because they drop firestones. And now you know why I told you to fill up your inventory with snowballs. Because the game needs you to farm.
Jesus. The more I'm learning of the, good one.
I was doing that on purpose to show that while you're jumping, if you attack, you lose your momentum, so be careful about that. That was an accident.
Okay, all right, fine. The more I'm learning, the more I'm like, there's no way in hell this LP would have been done if you were playing the original. No way.
Oh no, I wanted to, but that was back when I had money, and I don't anymore.
Right. You would have sooner actively screwed over the people who donated to you than done that LP. Like, sorry, this is mine now. Anyway, I had a second question. In the original game, even though most CDI controllers have 3 or more buttons on them, this game only actually uses 2 buttons, like an attack button and an everything else button, to quote AVGN. Does this game have an actual pause button, or do you need to still crouch and press the everything else button?
The game was made so that it uses 4 buttons for most things. So attacking is its own button, jumping is its own button, and also using the item that I have selected is its own button.
Okay, so you can pause in front of doors now. Good.
No, those are on the same button.
Oh, okay. So there's still a decent level of genuity to this.
Love that little raft transition of, you go here, fuck it.
Going in.
Damn it. I mean, darn.
Phooey.
Golly. Don't even care.
He really didn't. Link just stood there and took, my hand's fine.
Oh, you could jump through that. Okay. I would have been stuck here, been like, where do I go? Eh?
Now, I didn't see that rock when you approached it.
Yeah, it looked like its opacity was set to 25% for some reason.
This area is a great example of how it's hard to tell what is a platform and what isn't.
Oh, yeah.
The best answer I can give is yes.
You're doing great, Link.
I can't hear you.
Hero. Beat Lifeheart. We know you can beat Ganon.
I'm gonna say the most unsurprising thing you've ever heard out of my mouth.
Uh-huh.
Kind of like those two.
Of course you fucking do.
I like fairies. Fairies are cute. And if they were a little better animated, they'd be hella cute, all right?
Can you tell that was a cavern?
Nope.
Because it didn't look like it.
Speaking of which, we saw Zelda at the beginning cutscene. She's also kind of cute in this. I like her outfit.
Yeah.
I like the colors.
We'll talk a little bit more about it in Wand of Gamelon, but she's like remarkably cute.
Yeah.
Do you think Miyamoto had one request and it was please at least make Zelda cute? Everything else, I don't care. I got a meeting I gotta get to.
Get him.
Just power through it. Just kill him.
Oh.
I don't have the lantern here, but you don't like need it, even in that earlier Face of Evil. If you know the layout, you could probably go through without it. It makes it a lot easier. You can kind of feel your way around by jumping around. I just need to get back to the top left corner and then I can leave. But I do want that necklace. Now, don't do what I did here and leave. There's a part there. Yeah, I did that on purpose.
Yeah.
There's a part in there up the cliff. You could keep climbing up. But actually, it's okay that I left because I need an item that I don't have yet. But now, the eternal question of where the hell do I go next? But remember, I stocked up on all those firestones. I think I got like 70. You're gonna use a lot of firestones, so stock up early. But now I need to go back to that place where those ice baboons were. And I can use the firestones to progress, and also free this lady.
Here, have some
free.
water of life. My, you're thirsty. Oh my goodness.
She can never be saved completely, to my knowledge.
Golly, anyway. Well, actually, nah, I quit. I do quit.
Cool thing about the firestones, you fire 3 of them at once.
Ah,
Ooh.
nice.
So they also function as a pretty decent ranged weapon. Like if you end up taking damage and you can't use your sword beam anymore.
You know, when you iron out a lot of those problems, this game goes from being diarrhea to...
Just dire.
Yeah, just...
I am the reader, Ipo. If you bring me the book of Korodai, I will gladly read the secret verse.
There we go. So every time you get to an end of an area, there'll be a Triforce on a scroll. You want to hit that Triforce because usually that's what unlocks another area. Even if, like, there's a person there who needs an item, you still want to hit the Triforce so that you can progress.
So if you go back to the beginning of the level and don't hit the Triforce, the new area doesn't unlock?
Correct.
That's horse-pucky. I think this remake also made the hit detection a little bit more generous.
Probably.
How sweet. Mwah.
Oh my God.
Husband gave me this. He's an abominum now.
I know, I killed him!
It's not much, but it'll still carry water.
Oh, we didn't... Oh, there we
You're
go.
not afraid of
Oh,
dragons,
please.
are you?
Stop.
Of course not.
There's, if you meet her before getting the necklace, there's a little extra request that she makes to get her necklace back from Gideon. This music's kind of great, but it's also kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. It's so out of place in a Zelda game.
It's kind of awesome, though.
Yeah.
I'm kind of wondering if, like, the Zelda animated show back in the day from Deke, like, I wonder if they took any inspiration from that.
I would... Well, actually, I don't know. Link in that show is kind of a dickhead, and in this game, he's just like a buffoon, which are two very different things.
In the storyboard article, like, dude, should we make him a dickhead or a buffoon? I don't know. What's more likable to the kids?
Which gender is Link?
I want to say the show was more based on just the art style of the games at the time. How the characters were drawn in, like, the manual and such.
Thanks.
Yeah, because that looked like... God, this guy's hideous.
There's Drulik round the side of Glutgo.
I don't think I've ever seen that one before.
Oh god, this place sucks.
Oh, this is bullshit.
There's so many Octoroks.
It's fucking axe is what does it.
It's so funny how instantly you die. Just like rock, vapor, end.
Rock, paper, person.
So is this supposed to be clearable like this? Or oh, okay, it is.
Yeah, you just need to get lucky, really. And this is another area with a raft.
Wow, okay.
Sheesh.
The Link Faces of Evil says, get good, idiots.
Speaking of Link face, look at him.
It sure is boring around here.
He's the final
Aw.
face of evil. I have a face of evil after that. After looking at the fucking dying to the lava.
Oh yeah, you jumped up into the lava. That's fucking ridiculous. I also do appreciate how there's a jump button, because in the original, again, 2 buttons. One of them is attack, the other is everything else except jump. Jump is up.
But I don't think I touched the lava. I think I got hit by falling rocks. You see that? Those are everywhere, and they do so much damage.
Look what has happened?
In the darkest nightmare
Oh, she's so
hour,
cozy.
when not moon nor sun
Go
has
away.
risen,
Shut
I take
up.
Zelda in my power. I shall keep her in my prison.
I like Ganon's voice.
It's all right.
Yeah.
All right, now that I have the lantern, damn it.
Now that I have a light, I can perish.
Again, this is another reason you want to be very stocked up on snowballs. And be sure to get those. Those are grapple berries. Which is very weird. Like, I don't know why. I don't care.
Grape and apple?
No, as in grappling.
Right. Do you use them to grapple?
Yeah, that's a weird thing.
What?
I think we'll find out in a little bit. The shipwreck here is actually a place that we're going to need to come back to. As we'll see, I don't have the item for this place yet.
Hello, ma'am.
My hero! Won't you please jump across that little old chasm and cut my daddy's chains? Pretty please, have a heart.
You know, I'll give this game this. Well, first, I thought you were gonna rip her own heart out. I'll give the game this. They kept the tradition of every female character thinks Lynx the best, so...
Well, yeah.
All right, well, there's the chasm. That's a very small distance. That's no problem. Unfortunately, there's an invisible wall.
Oh! I'm sorry, I forgot to mention the invisible wall. Great.
I wondered, is this an area where you use one of the ropes? Nope, you only use the rope to climb up to a platform directly above you. But now that I got the lantern, we can go back to Goronu and take care of our first face of evil. The faces of evil, they're like the hideouts for the bosses.
Well, I look forward to seeing what the bosses to this game are, because I realize I don't know what they look like.
I'm sure you've seen a few of them.
There's a chance I may have seen... Well, this is one of them. Well, that was easy. Like, you know, I've seen, like, all these cutscenes and, like, in memes and shit, but I never know where, like, what part of the game they're from.
Wake up, sleepy bones.
This guy, I'm so sure, was recorded over the phone.
Yeah. Or in a train.
Can you tell that that's a platform? Because it is.
It is? Oh.
I actually thought you were gonna need a rope.
Yeah.
You probably could use a rope.
So much of my knowledge of this game comes from the AVGN videos that I've rewatched 20 times. I don't think he knew about that drawer platform.
I may be hideous, but after a year of being frozen, you will beg to join me.
Why only a year?
I want to give you time to think, dude.
Dude?
And that is a hint. That's a hint that you need Firestones. And that he's invincible to any other damage.
Oh, man.
I think it only takes 4. You don't need a machine gun them like this. He's actually invincible for a lot of this. He gets invincibility frames when you hit him.
Nice.
Now when you beat him, the bell at the top drops. I never use that. I think it just freezes flying enemies.
Oh yeah, it's something like that.
Neat.
It's handy, but not super necessary.
Oh my god.
Oh, we got the line up prop.
No.
Or not.
It's just part of the background. Okay, gotcha.
And the next time we will take on the Harlequin.
Wonderful.
Oh, man.
An important thing to remember about this game, if you're going to play it yourself, there's not the usual Zelda-ish progression. We don't finish a dungeon, get like an item, and then the next part of the story opens up. It is very much enter a map, find that blue Triforce, hit it, and then another map opens up. As you go through it, you're going to collect a bunch of items, you're going to unlock new places, and you just sort of bumblefuck your way to the end.
So it's exactly like Star Fox Adventures, is what you just told me.
Man.
Well, the thing is, you can get to the final boss before you have all of the items you need to actually beat him.
Whoa. Hey, Breath of the Wild, Faces of Evil's got your number.
Well, in Breath of the Wild, you could beat Ganon with your underpants, so...
I want to try!
Yeah, where's the Link stripping cutscene?
So it's probably worth saying now, both this and Wand of Gamelon are only 3 parts long. These are super short games. Probably only this short because I'm playing Dopply's remaster, which makes them playable.
Yeah. Like, you are literally moving twice as fast. So, best case scenario, the originals would be 6 parts. Are there any, like, settings that are, like, to make it more like the original, like, to give you limited continues, or slow down the game, or make it back to 2 buttons, or anything like that?
I mean, the only thing that I gave the slightest look at and considered, yeah, I could see why you'd want that to be original, is there's an option to change the graphics back to the original instead of the cleaner remaster.
Yeah, I think I would like that.
All right, let's see. This game came out in '93. Okay, interesting. So, like, you know, like games back in the day, a lot of them were programmed sort of be like arcade-like. You know, you would buy a game and it would be like 60, sometimes $70, $80. And they would be like kind of bullshit on the NES and sometimes the Super Nintendo because, you know, they want to extend longevity in gameplay. I feel like this game had a completely different problem. Like, oh, that happens in Faces of Evil, but not because it's by design. I'm just curious if there was like a die-hard Zelda fan who was just like, played all of these Zelda games, and the Hotel Mario one too, because I think that's funny. And they were just like, yeah, it was good. Like, he's like such a diehard Nintendo fan that he has to, like, no choice.
Oh, they exist, you know it. Like, he spends a penny on Nintendo. That is instant sunk cost fallacy to him, and he has to like it.
He's like, yeah, you know, they were getting a little experimental with voice acting and animation. You know, it was different.
I'm sure there was a lot of confusion about what even the hell is this, but this was not Nintendo, it's worth saying. These exist as a result of an agreement between Nintendo and Philips that ended up falling out, but because of that, Philips at least got the rights to make Zelda and Mario games for their own console.
This is true. They had the rights because the thing before that took place before the Philips and Nintendo deal was the Nintendo and Sony deal, because they were trying to make an SNES CD add-on, and so they made the prototype. And then former Nintendo president / human waste of space, Yamaguchi at the time, was like, hey, what if we just fuck them? I don't like Sony, actually. What if we just go behind their backs, make a deal with Philips because I like the contract they have better instead, and we'll announce it at an E3-like event and shock everybody, including Sony, who thought we were still on the same page with our contract? And then that SNES prototype for Sony ended up turning into the PlayStation 1.
Which ate their lunch.
Which annihilated them. And Nintendo got the Philips CD-i. Well, they didn't make it, but they got to see some interesting Western takes on their franchises.
Interesting is the word.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, that if nothing else, these games are very interesting.
Yeah.
And ever since then, they've been very, very picky and peculiar with who uses their IPs.
Yeah, I remember, like, obviously, Nintendo has basically never acknowledged these games in any way. But I thought they did once. In Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, one of the, like, there's, like, a section that you can read, like, hints on how to play the character as well as some trivia. One of them was, like, there's only, like, 5 Zelda games that have Link's name in the title. Can you think of all of them? One of them is harder to remember than the others. And I'm like, are they? No. Are they really? And then I was like, Shit, they mean Link's crossbow training.
What if that's why they made crossbow training? Like, we gotta put one more game with his fucking name in it.
God fucking damn it, Wii Zapper piece of shit.
But yeah, it's just funny. It's just interesting video game history. How like this doesn't play like a major role, but it was just a funny little side effect from companies having disagreements and disputes.
And we'll be done with it in 2 more parts.